All right, and just like that, it's been a week since the last show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Super Power Hours. I'm your host, as always, Joshua Temple. I am joined by my great, amazing colleague, Jason Nepper. Nep, welcome back for another lovely week of recaps.
Thank you, Josh. It's been an interesting week this week.
Yeah, and like I said before, we're in episode 15, which is nuts to me because we've been doing this for quite some fucking time now. So it's just it's catching steam and it's rolling along. So it's pretty fucking cool.
Real quick, Josh, before we move along,
Yep.
I do have some good news to mention.
Mhm.
I've talked to you about how I've got to have the knee replacement surgery and all that, and the doctor wants me to lose 100 pounds and all.
Mhm.
Well, I stepped on the scale the other day and I've already lost 20, so
Oh,
80
good
more
job.
pounds to go.
Great. Yeah, dude. Keep going. Keep going. You'll get there in no time. You just gotta keep moving forward. So, congratulations. Just keep going.
Motivation.
Exactly. Keep motivating yourself. I'm sure the wife will definitely help out with that. So,
Oh, yeah.
there you go. All right. So, let's get talking here, Nep. We got some stuff to go over. We have some results to go over. We have some races to talk about. We have news that got dropped, and we got a lot of stuff going on this week. Um, without further ado, let's hop into the next generation league, and we will start off with Sunday's night action over at Las Vegas. Heavy finally came through and was able to score his first pole of the season, which is pretty fucking cool. It was good for him. He's had some speed, so he could finally show it. And he did in that qualifying session. But Nev, comes to race trim. What did you see throughout the race? Recap that.
Um, Good hard battles. Um, I watched your replay earlier to kind of get a little heads up on it. Two Cup guys come down there and you know dominate it, but from what I've seen from the Xfinity guys, y'all were getting at it. I said, looking at my stats, like you said, Heavy D went in with a pole of a 30.841. Gosh, I think you qualified what, sixth?
I
I
think
want to,
I think it was
you
sixth. It was
know,
sixth or seventh or something, but it was not a
now,
good qualifying effort.
and my question for you is the pressure of going into the playoffs with the lead, starting to work on you a little bit there, or is it just these guys? One thing I've noticed from watching all the Xfinity races and all
Hmm.
that is from where we are now to where we came from in week one. These guys, like Mountain Dew, Heavy D,
Hmm.
Jay Clay. These guys have just improved vastly over the course of the season, and I think it's going to be a good run. So it's going to be interesting to see how the playoffs wind down. But y'all was at where were y'all? Y'all was at Vegas, which Vegas is a fun track, a mile and a half. Um, you got a lot of speed there. Um, Draft is key, but pit strategy was also important. I noticed.
Hmm.
Um, Went out there. Shiesty was able to claim the first two stages. Um, and going into that third stage, it looked like it was going to be like might have had something for them, but Shiesty and Rowdy had strong cars, and looked like you were trying to make a move right there towards the end, and I didn't, from your screen, all I see is the front of your car, so I couldn't tell if maybe side draft got you the best of you, the bubble, where the case may be, but all of a sudden here it is, you're going into turn three, almost into turn four, and you spun her, and unfortunately, but you still managed to top 10. But
Yeah, I mean we can go over that. The big thing was came off of two. Rowdy and Shicey actually Rowdy got super tight in front of him. They both had the lift. I didn't, so I had a monster car coming down. So it was a ditch effort to know where to go coming off of two down the backstretch. Shiesty was in the bottom. Rowdy was up in the middle groove. So I faked to go to Rowdy's outside, and he bit, and then I went to go dive under him, not realizing Shiesty sucked up to my driver's door, so there's nowhere to go. So we hit down the back straightaway. Then entering 3, I don't know if Shiesty just didn't lift. I didn't know if he thought I was just going to plan it and go, but he ended up driving me in the left side door. The car hit the wall, and then he caught me in the left rear, and yeah, that was all screw. So
I'm gonna chalk some of that up to rustiness. You know, Shicey has been having some things going on. He's unable to get on as much as he has. So maybe he just, you know, a little rust had to get knocked out, whatever the case may be. But you know, all in all, I felt from what I've seen, it was a good race. Hard battles throughout the field. Um, Rowdy was able to come out with his first win. Shiesty finished second. Mountain Dew finished third. Heavy D finished fourth. And J. Clay was able to round out the top 5, with Heavy D getting the fastest lap with a 30.347. It's going to be, it's still, there's still a good bit of racing left for the playoffs.
Well, Nep, we're down to 1 race. I mean, we got Daytona coming up. That's coming up this Sunday, and that's our cutoff race to make the championship for.
Yeah, and so that's right. Y'all don't have near as many races as we do
not at all
on the Cup side. So, I mean, it's one of them you got to bring everything. And Daytona's, anybody, can pull out the win there. In the Cup Series, J. Clay had a call-up ride and was able to finish 4th in that race.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know Jay's going to bring a fast car. You're always going to be top of the top of the category. So, it's going to be interesting to see who locks himself into that top 4. I know you pretty well got yourself locked in, and I think Heavy D, or no, is it Heavy D or Mountain Dew?
Well, let's look at the points real quick. So if we look at the points right now, I'm ahead of the cut line by over 100 points, so I'm good. Heavy's ahead by 42. So technically, he should be okay with just starting the race, and he should be fine. That's where it gets flaky, is Mountain Dew and Beer Stick. Mountain Dew is 19 points ahead of Lakille. Beer Stick 17 points. And you have Lakille sitting on the 5th spot. Then you have J. Clay 4 points behind him. Bob 6 points behind him. And Hammer 10 points behind him. So in all seriousness, any of those last 2 spots are not locked in, and it's going to be close as fuck. And that's going to be cool to see.
Mathematically looking at this, yeah, like you said, I mean, the last 2 spots are up for grabs. If I had to say, I would think, Hamrick has a long shot. I think Hamrick is going to have to go out there, and I feel he's going to have to win.
He's going to have to sweep the stages and win the race in order to actually have a legitimate shot.
Yeah, yes. Him and Bob and possibly, maybe Jay, but definitely Hamrick's going to have to sweep which he can do that. I know personally he's not a fan of super speedways, but then he goes out there and he performs good at them. So
the problem is Daytona. Daytona is so much tighter. It's such a tight track compared to anything else, and it's really going to be very, very interesting to see who can actually come out on top and put themselves in that position. I can't call it. I don't know who would be.
I know for sure the J&J connection, Justin and Justin, J. Clay and Hamrick.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably going to be practicing all the way up till Sunday's race. They work real good together, so they're going to. So you might see them making it, teamwork until it comes down to the last lap. So definitely one of them that I'm going to look forward to watching and see how things play out, because you're going to have a pack of cars just battling it out, bumper to bumper, door to door, and see who makes it into that championship. So, but
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So we'll definitely we'll see how it plays out. But enough Xfinity talk. Let's go to the first race of the Cup Series. As everyone can see, Reb goes out and scores his fourth pole of the season at the Brickyard. So we're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I know there was a certain question in mind about what the wear would be because it turned out to be a fuel mileage race. People want to actually sit there and race. But we stuck with 3 times wear, and you had to have a lot of discipline in order to save the fuel to make the stage. So that was a difficult
Well,
thing to do.
in my opinion, yeah, you want to be able to run it, go out there and run a bunch of races. You don't want to have to do. But to me, and I've said it, NASCAR is like playing a game of chess. You can't just think of your next move. You got to think 3, 4 moves ahead. And with NASCAR, part of NASCAR is strategy. You know, when to take 4 tires, when to take 2, when to only take a half tank of gas, or when to take a full tank of gas. And yeah, we could go out there and put it down at one. They could go out there and put it down at 1%, and we just all run around and not have to worry about pitting. But it's all fine and dandy. But when it comes to them long green flag run, how you manage getting onto pit road, manage getting off pit that track, if you wasn't careful, you could easily, because how it was set up, you had the pit coming into turn 3, so you had to take the service road route. So if you entered the service road with a little too much speed, it was easily get in the grass and spin her out, or even exiting. In practice, there's a path that's for the that you come off pit road and then work your way back to the back straightaway.
Yep.
Well, then there's also a path that goes off that for the road course. And I come out of the pit and I saw that and I was like, oh shit, I got to turn. And then next thing I know, I'm like, I'm way the hell out here. I'm like, wait a second, where's the fucking track at? So,
Jesus.
luckily we didn't have any issues like that in the actual race, but you really had to pay attention. So, all in all, it was a good, it was a good race, fast race. I think there was, other than stage cautions, I think there was only one other caution throughout the race, which meant lots of green flag pit stops. Not putting your foot through the floorboard and, getting, you had to save fuel and not lose position in the same sense. But, Reb went out there, captured a pole with a 48.807, a fast time. And you'll see, in the race, Samo, who ended up having the fastest lap with a 47.891. So that just goes to show, once people are able to make adjustments, the cars just came to life. Bad fast, I would have to say. But, Samo goes out there and wins stage 1. JP comes out there, he's still looking for his first oval win. He's won on road courses, but looking for his first oval win. He goes out there, captures stage 2. We go into stage 3. Tough racing, and as we've seen, Samo was able to fight off the rest of the field and capture his 9th win of the season,
which is nuts, by the way.
It's
if I
crazy.
may add.
Samo in the Cup Series is what you're doing over in the Xfinity Series. I mean, just total domination. So, and the man he's like ice cold. His skill level is just ice cold. You can't break his. Samoa's one of those drivers. He's going to have a great race unless somebody gets into him and messes up his race. He's very rare do you ever see him make a mistake on the track. Reb was able to finish 2nd, followed by JPR. Speedy finished 4th, and a 5th place finish. Very proud of him. Congratulations. Sharton goes out there and gets a 5th place finish. That helped him out drastically in the points, as we'll see here in a little bit. I enjoyed the race. I didn't quite finish where I was hoping I would, but all in all, I felt, in my opinion, it was a good race.
Nep, you beat me. You finished pretty well. You beat me.
I finished 11th in that race. So.
And I got 12th.
You got 12th. Yeah. I can't remember what happened to you.
I fucking
got a speeding
bed.
penalty or something?
Yeah, that was the fucking story of the week. I was fucking speeding down pit road. Fucked up. Couldn't recover. Then I sped again. And then I sped one more time.
It got a couple of people. Yeah, because didn't you, was it you or somebody else that got a speeding penalty, came around to serve the speeding penalty, and got another speeding penalty?
Yeah, that was me. I got 3 of them.
So, I mean, it's like, damn if you do.
I mean, I was in the top 3 too. I mean, I had a really good car. I just need to baby it more. But yeah, because I mean, I'd push Samo, JPR,
one thing I
pushed them all around.
On that service road, when you come out of 4, it seemed like you only had a short distance before you got to actual pit road, and you're moving because you don't want to slow down too much on the service road, because then you got other people out there on the track that is just running at almost 200 miles an hour, and you're sitting there at 70 or 100 miles an hour, and you come around that corner. So then you got to lock her down and try to get her down to, it was like 55 miles an hour on the pit road. So, I mean, it was, I think one time I got blessed because, I came in the pit at like 1 mile over the speed limit, but it didn't give me a speeding penalty. So I was lucky on that situation. But all in all, it's a good race. Which then took us into last night's race. You missed last night's race. You probably.
I need my beauty rest, man. And I wanted to race it so bad. It's a track that I love, that I enjoy. I just just didn't match up, but whatever. But it looked like it was a crazy race. I mean, from what I was seeing from people's replays.
It was. I mean, if you gave her too much gas coming out of 2, it was real easy to loop it on the back stretch. If you give it too much gas coming out of 4, you looped it on the front stretch. And it's so tight because the last thing you literally got 2 lanes. And then you got the yellow line, and if you got below the yellow line, it was not going to end well. And then cars packed in there together. That especially at the start, at restarts and all that, with all the cars bottled up together, you really had to watch the car in front of you. You're braking, they're braking. Hope that the person behind you is watching you to make sure that they see when you're braking, so they don't ass pack you and all. But we go out there, and JPR captures the pole with a 29.521.
His 9th of the fucking season. That is insane. I mean, he's doing what Samo's doing, but with poles.
Right. Samo, he'll qualify decent, but he doesn't really focus on speed.
Correct.
He's always been that way. He's
been a racecraft.
Slow is fast and all that. But JPR, on the other hand, I mean, he has speed in qualifying, and a lot of it is, I've noticed, because I'm in the same qualifying group as him. Instead of, once the green flag drops for qualifying, instead of trying to battle everybody and try to get as fast a time as you can, he actually falls back. That way he has a clean track. He doesn't have anybody beside him. He doesn't have to worry about, if this guy breaks too soon or anything, he's out there by himself. And I think that's really helping him out with his qualifying, because all he's got to focus on is himself and just hitting his marks. And It's shown with his ninth pole of the season.
Mm.
We're gonna have to start calling him front row JP,
Exactly.
because
Yep.
he's always
Definitely.
starting up there. But we go out there. JP was able to pull off stage one. He had a fast car.
Mm.
I don't know what he's doing here. Go into stage two. Smo was able to pull out the stage two win.
Mm.
I believe JP was right behind him. Um, and takes us into stage three. There was a lot of situations, cautions that should have been called, um, but unfortunately didn't get called. There was a question on a deliberate caution coming out, um, whatever the case may be. It's just situations where, and you're carrying so much speed coming out of them turns that when you do lose it, you come down, you hit the inside wall, and it just like helicopters you all the way up the track, and you're sitting there locking down on the brake trying to keep it down there, but it just throws you right up. And everybody's worried about almost hitting you, and sometimes they'll let off to keep from hitting the car spinning, which will cause their car to get loose and their ass and wash out from underneath them. And if you catch that wall wrong, there's a reason why they call it the Lady in Black, Darlington. But Breb was able to go out there, pick up his third win of the season, um, followed by JPR. Sharton would finish third. So a great week for Sharton.
There's that name again. He got fifth last
Yeah,
race.
right.
There's third.
He's coming on hot right here before the playoffs. We got one more week, 2 more races,
Mm-hmm.
and he is really dialing it in. So, going to be interesting to see what he does next week and where he, for the most part, everybody's locked into the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
with you and Beer Stick falling out, and Big Mike, unfortunately, not able to race as much, so he's not going to be able to make the playoffs. But
Mm-hmm.
well, I say that, but he could come out there the next 2 races and win them and find his way in there. You never know.
If
But
Mike came and won the next few races, that would be some shit.
he'd be happy. But Samo would finish fourth. Baines would finish fifth. Um, Fastest lap was JPR with a 28.320. Just bad fast. All in all, I mean, it was a good race. Um, I think at the end there was like 3 cars left on the lead lap. So
There was 2 total. Third place was
was it?
Sharton, and Sharton was 2 laps down, which is nutty.
Oh, okay. And I know, like Samo, we were coming down almost towards the end of the race,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lap car or somebody spun in front of him or what the case may be and collected them. And because otherwise he might have been up there, I think he was on the verge of running down Reb, and ended up going, getting damage and ended up fourth. So,
just looking at this, you could tell this race got really out of hand. I still can't get over the fact that only 2 people finished on the lead lap, and then third place was 2 laps down.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Is when I noticed the 3 cars on the lead lap, that was before the incident happened with Samo.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean, only 2 cars on the lead lap. I mean, I was battling with the base setup that you go into the race with, and it's like, okay, I just got to get to my first pit. And oddly enough, we had to run a solid green flag run before that pit.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I pitted and I got back out there, and I had it, I got my adjustments and was able to dial her in, was able to get some good time and all. But with all the green flag stops, by that point I was a lap down, But there was when the stage ended, there was multiple cars in front of me that was a lap down. So just another case of could never get back on the lead lap to see what I could do because I had speed to where at one point, Samo had passed me, and I got up behind him and I was able to run with those guys. It's just I just never could get back on the lead lap to see if I could maybe sneak a couple extra points in there. I had an 11th place finish, and I was ended up being 7 laps down. It was just so easy to get lapped, and once you were lapped, it was so hard. With the cautions not coming out, it was so hard to get back on the lead lap. So.
Yeah, and especially battling a track that did not fare too well for the drivers. You guys definitely were slipping and sliding.
Yeah, and you'd get those long green flag runs, and your tires were wearing, at least mine was wearing way before you start to run low on fuel.
Yep.
So it's like if you're trying to stretch your fuel out, you're basically skating around the track on freaking ball tires, which meant you really had to take it easy going into the turns because it was real easy to loop it at that point. So it was it was an interesting race, that's for sure. And Monday night's race, I think, is going to be another one of those type of races. We're at New Hampshire on Monday night, flat track. So it's going to be hard to, you're not going to get those fast. You got to brake, let upright and make sure you don't catch the walls and anything like that. And then to the fast Atlanta on Tuesday night. So,
and that's to close out the regular season.
Yeah, close out the regular season. So, and right now, we look at the points. NASCAR's sitting at 16th with 560 points. Shiesty's only 3 points ahead of him in 15th. Rooster, he was having issues with his car all night. I think he ended up exiting the race. He just was irritated. But he's sitting there in 14th. I'm sitting in 13th, and then Ford's sitting in 12th place with Rowdy, sitting 11th. Sharton sitting in 10th. His 2 races really helped him, catch up, and pass Rowdy.
Sharton just got 2 of his 3 top 5s this week, so he definitely turned it up this week. It was definitely well earned for that guy.
And from 10th back, one thing that we're looking at, because I can speak because I'm in that category. Yeah, we're looking at the next 2 races and make the playoff, but we're also looking at getting enough points to where when the points get adjusted and all that, then we got that battle. We've only got a 2-race battle in the playoffs to see who locks into the top 12. And you're looking at this. Anybody from I would say 7th down. Well, I'd say 10th down. You might add 9th in there, but for the most part, from 10th down, the next 4 races are going to be key. The last 2 races of the regular season and those first 2 races in the playoffs. Because if you want to get locked into the top 12 to try to make it to the next round, I mean, you've got to bring everything you got. So, luckily, we got some good tracks coming up. I do worry about New Hampshire a little bit, but Atlanta, I think I've been practicing on Atlanta, and I've got some speed at Atlanta. Might not be JPR speed, but hell, I don't think anybody in the game's got JPR speed. But
he's definitely got that quick qualifying setup. Atlanta's going to be a big draft track, so qualifying is going to play a very interesting role. That'll be interesting to see. So,
the key thing is, come next Wednesday night when we do this show, we're talking playoffs, and I'd like to try to get some of the Cup guys that's in the playoffs in there to talk about going into the playoffs. We can get them on. We'll see how that goes. But real quick, we're looking at team points. High Life just is running away with it. 11 wins. They've got almost a 200-point lead over Dark Horse, and then Dark Horse sitting there with 2,869 points and 2 wins. Outlaw sitting there with 2,563 points with 4 wins, and then PPR, Poor People Racing, as I'm calling it now, we're down to, unfortunately, with everything dealing with Shiesty, we're down to just three cars. Baines, Rooster, and myself. So you're liable to catch up with us on dark there.
Oh hell no, I won't be able to. That'd be hilarious, but that ain't gonna happen.
But nah, I mean, it's been a fun season. Look forward to seeing what the playoffs bring. Trying to tweak a few things on my end to try to get back to where I was at, before the season started and before things shut down there at D2D. I remember when the game came out. I was even shocked to myself as how quick I was, and just since then I've lost something along the line. So I've been really digging and hunting and trying to figure it out. So it sometimes get frustrating. But for the most part, that's all we have this week for Cup action. Anything you want to bring to light?
The next series that we're going to talk about, Thursday Night Thunder. Again, this is Jay Clay and Hamrick. They run Dirt League over on World of Outlaws 24. They gave me some stuff to give to everybody this week. Starting off with their schedule. They have finally released it. May 7th, they are kicking everything off at Baxterville. Then May 14th is Port Royal. May 21st is Lernerville. May 28th, Volusia. Then we jump into June. Sugarbush, Speedy's favorite fucking track. June 11th, Lima Land. June 18th, Desert Rock. June 25th, they have off for the Firecracker 100. July 2nd, Grant Park. July 9th, Cedar Lake. July 16th, Jacobs County. July 23rd, I-55. July 30th, Dirt Track at Charlotte. Then we get into August. August 6th is Durango. August 13th is Fairbury. August 26th is Straight River. And August 27th, they'll have their championship night at Eldora. That is for all series. They all follow that schedule. As you can see, I'm going to be doing my damnedest to stream whatever I can on Thursdays for those guys. So that will be very interesting. And as you can see, they're going to be racing at 9:30 at night. So that's going to be pretty cool. So we'll see what comes out of that. But
see, if it was me making the schedule, I would have flip-flopped Desert Rock and Lernerville. So I would have had Desert Rock on May 21st and Lernerville June 18th to get everybody ready for the Firecracker 100. It used to be ran at Lernerville last year. No, wait, it still is ran. I'm thinking of the Hillbilly. But, that's a big super late model race there, and Lernerville is the Firecracker. So I would have had the Lernerville race the week before. But looking at the schedule, it's like, shit, Jay, hell, had I seen this schedule before I announced my retirement, I might have stuck out.
Came back for one more season. Yep.
I mean, look, my birthday's July 18th, and Jay knows how much I love Jacob. It's the only track that I've ever gotten in a league online race win is Jacob, and he puts it on July 16th. I forget the week of my birthday. So it's like, hey, you, Jay?
You're going to have to mention him a little something, be like, hey, can I come back and race that race?
Right. Hey, you never know. I'm going to be broadcasting the race with you. I might do some of these races, if they allow it. I might do broadcasting inside the car while on the track.
Yeah, definitely.
How fun would that be?
That'd be very, very interesting. But okay, Thursday Night Thunder rules. That's what we have next. Um, Number one, right off the bat, respect your admins. No arguing with them. It's their decisions. Deal with it. That's basically how we're looking at this. Clean racing only. No dirty driving. No running people over. All that crazy shit. You gonna do that shit? Go fuck off. You must send video proof if needed for any incidents that happen on track. No proof is no call. Sorry. If it's against you and you don't have proof of it, yeah, you fucked up. Hood/cockpit views may impact the rear view, so keep that in mind as well. Let's see. Then we go to our penalty system. Strike 1 is going to be on the watch list. Strike 2 will be a warning. Strike 3 will be 5 points. You will be taken away from your total. Repeat offenders may be removed. They are not dealing with your shit. If you're an asshole, you're going to be treated as one, and you're going to be told to go fuck off. Race 4, race start time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. They're going to do a 5-minute grace period. If it, no, well, 9:35 is the final call. If you're not in there, too bad, so sad. You can start last in the heat races. Signups will be posted Wednesday evenings, closed Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, so everything's well ahead and scheduled out and ready to roll. Last minute signups, use maybe if unsure. Missed signups, you start last in the feature. Not eligible for a hard charger, so that you get that taken away from you as well. Qualifying etiquette, spread the fuck out. Don't be up each other's asses at qualifying. Do not race anybody. Catch up to them. Just get off if someone's coming at you. Fucking move up the track, let them go. Respect your leaders. Be respectful when you're being lapped. Don't run them over. Do not race them. They do not want you racing the leader. If they're catching you, you let them go. Say see you later. Try to take them down. I mean, try run their lane. See what you can learn. Recording races, highly recommended. A lot of us use YouTube. Easy as hell, as you can see. It's easy to set up. I definitely would say YouTube is the way to go. We have their race format altogether. Qualify against your. Oh, yep. No. What's up? No.
I just got it. I got a message from Jay Clay.
Yep.
Net45, you're welcome back anytime.
There you go. See, so there you go. You could do a couple broadcasts from the inside, so that would be interesting. But as we can see here, race format: qualify against your heat. Qualifying is to set up the heat race lineups. Heat races are lined up by the qualifying. Top 4 from the heat advance to the redraw. Varies by car count. Remember that. Feature rules. Pole sitter chooses inside or outside. Feature winner starts no better than 8th the following week. Not eligible for hard charger. If you win 2 in a row, you start last the following week. Not eligible for a hard charger. They want to keep it as open as possible so people have as much fun as possible. Stick with it. Again, if you don't like it, don't fucking do it. It sounds like it's going to be a great thing. They have a really good system, a format, rules. That they have everything lined up. They have their ducks in a row. They're ready to fucking go at it for the summertime. Look at the point system. Feature. If you win, you get 50 points. It's 1 point down through the field from first place. So second's 49, third's 48, etc. Bonus points, these are all 1 point each. Quick time overall, heat race wins, hard charger, fastest lap of the race, and hard luck. Their tear-offs will be on, the damage will be off. Reason they have damage off, which Jay explained to me, is just so if somebody wants to drive like a POS, dirt racing is way different from NASCAR. If you get put in a wall in dirt racing, you cannot go in like fix your damage, you're fucked. Your car will be hurting the whole time. You have to deal with it. So they have that off so everyone can keep them rolling, keep them going straight, and hopefully make the racing fun. They're going to be doing a payout, bringing some money in for the first, second, third places and a couple awards. So let's go over that. First place, you win in both classes. This is the series, $25 for the win. Second place is going to be $15. Third is going to be $10. This is for the season standing, so this is the season results. Keep that in mind. Perfect attendance bonus combined, $20 random draw. So whoever has perfect attendance, they get thrown a randomizer. You win, you win. You don't, you don't. Too bad, so sad. Season awards for both classes. Most quick times is gonna be $5. Most heat races is gonna be $5. Most hard charge is gonna be $5. Hard luck is gonna be $5. And most fuck, what was that last one? I forgot. Oh my
Fastest
god,
lap on
fastest
the
lap.
track.
That's right, fastest lap is $5 as well. So keep that in mind. Like I said, they have a lot of cool little things to do. It's a cool dirt league. Go check them out. If you need to get in there, comment on here. We'll put you pointing in the right direction. We'll get you in touch with Jay Clay or Hamrick, and they'll go ahead and help you right out. Next, we go to the Nitrous Racing Series. This is going to be the truck series that's going to be happening on Friday nights that Shiesty's going to be involved with. He's got some stuff he sent out that we're going to go over. He's got his penalties. He's got a bunch of stuff ready to go over. So bear with us. Penalties. If it escalates over to Mike to a point where we cannot hear the race comms, he is going to tell you to calm down. If that's not done, you're going to get a suspension. Again, another league that's telling you record your fucking races. If you choose not to, it's your word against theirs. If they have footage of it and you do not, it's going to be judged off their film, not yours. So record, clip, do what you need to do. It's very simple, very easy. Make sure you get everything done. Lap traffic. If you are going a lap down, race as normal. Race as normal. You're not obligated to pull over and let the leader go. You can still race the leader. With that being said, race the leader with respect and courtesy. Do not put them in the wall just to stay on the lead lap. If you're caught doing that, Shiesty's coming for your ass. So be prepared. If you are going multiple laps down and the leader is coming up to you, please use the non-preferred line to let them by. If you're that much slower, let them by with ease. Again, if you're up to race speed and they're only gaining like a tenth on you or something like that, race the fuck out of them. Make it difficult. If you are racing for a position, you are not obligated to yield while being lapped, as you are racing for the points. Race your asses off, guys. It's just if you're stupid fucking slow, you let them go. Race comps. Racing should be tight, close, and fun. We do not want to run 95 with 100 laps under yellow. You will start to notice who you run around more often than not. We are human beings that make mistakes. Do not crash out mid-race over the mic. That involves fucking screaming, for instance. There is a zero tolerance for that shit. If you and another driver disagree over an incident that could be prevented, send a video clip to Dr. Shiesty privately or sort it out privately with the driver. And if you need to take it to Shiesty, by all means, drop it in there. Just know that there's probably going to be a penalty coming from it. So be prepared. All right. We've got some point stuff to go over. Stage points. Points will be released the Tuesday after the race was previously ran. The points will not be ran as they are in real life. Stages will be rewarded points to the top 5 finishing drivers. So first is 10 points, second is 8, third is 6, fourth is 4, fifth is going to be 2 points. 6th and beyond do not receive stage points. Finish top 5 or don't fucking, or you just, this is not worth it to try to get in the top 10. So that's going to affect a lot of strategies. That'll be cool to see. Finishing result points. The points for the finishing order of the race will go as followed. First place is 50. Second place is 40. Third is 35. Fourth is 32. Fifth is 30th. 6th to 20th will receive 1 point less per position on track. So please pay attention to that. Don't ask any stupid questions. It's on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, look over it. The chase format. Now, this is the way he has his playoff system put. Again, it's a chase format. It's not a playoff system. It's going to be ran right to the end of the race. It's not going to be ran as in segments of the season, so to speak, different playoff things. It's going to be ran as a format. The chase will be held in the last 6 races of the season as the postseason. The top 10 finishers will advance into the chase. The top 10 chase will be reset to 2,000 points, with the position and the points extra being added as what goes follows. First, it's going to be 75 extra. Second, it's going to be 60. Third is going to be 50. Fourth, 45. Fifth, 40th. Sixth, 35. Seventh, 30th. Eighth, 25. Ninth, 20. And 10th is going to be 15. The championship will be rewarded to the driver who has accumulated the most total points throughout those 6 final races. You brought the chase back. Thank fucking God. I hate the playoff system with a passion. I like this.
Right.
But that is it. A little sneak there what the D2D revamp series is going to be. We are still, as NEP, as you know, since you're on the team for that, we are still working out some kinks, making sure we can bring the best overall product to the drivers, and hopefully people enjoy it as much as we enjoy putting it together and seeing everyone come through and bond over something that should be fun for everybody.
Oh, I agree.
So,
it's going to be competitive.
Yep.
It's going to be fun, but
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Right. And Shiesty took a lot of stuff that we're going to implement. So that is something that's going to be cool. It's going to be a completely different layout.
I will say, the one thing that I like about all these leagues that we're covering, be it from the Dirt League to Next Gen League to Shiesty's League and to this D2D Revamp League, is everybody's pretty much working together. Nobody's trying to step on each other's toes. Nobody, we know the Next Gen League, they run their Cup series, which are the big series, on Monday and Tuesday. So nobody said, "Hey, I'm gonna run on those nights." You're running the revamp on Sundays. Jay's running his on Thursday, his Dirt League on Thursday night, and then you got Shiesty running on Friday night. So, it allows everybody in those leagues to come along and technically could run in all the leagues if they wanted to. That's one thing we've built over years, is we built a community. And for anybody that's coming new to any of these leagues, guys, that's what you get in it. We might have disagreements on the track, but at the end of the day, we're a big community. We've seen it, we've done it outside the racing wise. Mike earlier in this year had a tree fall in his house, lost everything. The Next Gen League came together and raised up enough money to get him a new wheel because his wheel was trashed, and give him a little extra, money to help get through that tough time. And that's what I like seeing about these leagues is, it's not, it's about racing, but it's not. It's a community that we all come together, we work together, and
it's a bunch of strangers coming together to be a family. That's what happens.
Exactly.
So it's pretty cool. Like you did mention with Mike's situation, we all came together and helped out Mike. And yeah, Mike still doesn't have his own place. He's with family, but we came through and at least sweetened the deal for him, so to speak. So we're happy we can all throw together and help out, and that's all that matters. But with that being said, that's all the news we had to cover tonight. We moved right through all this. This was phenomenal. First thing I want to say, again, get your asses over to w.gg. Use my code TEMP26. Get 10% off your order. Or if you go onto their site right now, they have a 50% off coupon, which is meant for their 5-year anniversary. You can always go check them out. If you really want to try the product, that's going to be your best way. That's going to be the biggest discount you're going to see. By all means. It's great stuff. It works. Go try it. Last but not least, First Place Autoglass, Mr. Bob, the leader in Autoglass. For serious inquiries, please email him, firstplaceautoglass@yahoo.com. Go check them out. Jamestown, New York. It is Western New York, people. If you're out there, hit up Bob. He's got fucking wipers. He's got windshields. He's got whatever you need for anything to do with glass for your vehicle. Keeping it clean, etc. Go hit up Bob. Bob will help you out. Yep, it is that time. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. As you can see, we have a lot more stuff that we will be covering week in and week out. Especially once the leagues fire up, we're going to be nonstop working over here. So, by all means, it's going to be very interesting. A lot of information in one shot. If you're here for it, great. If you're not here for it, you're just peeking to see what's going on, shoot us a message. We'll talk to you about it if you ever have any inquiries on anything. Especially if you want to be
It,
part of any league that we currently are covering, by
and
all means,
and
let us
if
know.
you and if you ever want to be a guest, guest on the show, shoot
Hmm.
shoot me, shoot Mike, shoot Josh a message, be it Facebook, Discord, whatever the case may be.
I check
Say, hey,
YouTube
is there any
every
way?
day. If you need to
Yeah,
shoot me a
say
message on YouTube, go right ahead.
so they say, hey, can I be part of next week's show? As long as you catch us, um, I would have to say the cutoff. I think you would agree with this, Josh. Is um, 8 o'clock Wednesday night. Don't try to message us at like 8:30 or 8:45. Say, hey, can I be on the show tonight? Um, Josh, hats off to you. You do a lot of work on getting all the slides together and all. And one thing we like to do with our guests when they come on is we like to have their own little screen, little slide. So all we ask, if you want to be on the show, anybody, be it in the dirt league or anything, shoot us a message. If you're in the dirt league, if you don't have us direct, get a hold of J Clay. J Clay has my direct phone number, my personal phone number. He has my personal Facebook and all that. So he'll shoot me a message there. Hey, so and so wants to be on the show, and I'll end up getting with them and get them added to the Discord so that they can be a part of the show. So we welcome guests most nights.
And
There
remember,
are some nights.
you
There
don't
are some
have
nights
to.
that, yeah.
You do not have to hop in the show and stay here the whole time. If you want to hop in early, we can introduce you. We can talk about which series you run, which league you're a part of, so on and so forth. We can talk about whatever you want. You just give us a message. We'll fit you in, and we'll have a good conversation with you. But Nep, are you ready? We
Uh,
hit this like
I'm,
twice, so we're gonna try to hit it again.
all right.
On the count of three. 1, 2, and 3. To be
To be
continued.
continued.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for tuning in to Superpower Hour. We hope you enjoyed tonight's podcast, and we will see you guys next time.